Go ahead and tag a friend right quick. Let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show is on the air. I have Carrianne Hilliard today talking to us about parenting on purpose. So grab your virtual seats and tag a friend. Let me know where you're visiting in from right now so I can acknowledge you as a studio audience member. Welcome, Carrianne, to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Listen, welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. I'm so excited to have Carrianne Hilliard here in the studio with me today. How are you, Carrianne?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to be talking about parenting on purpose today. And it's one thing to be a parent, but it's another thing to parent on purpose. What that means, you're going to find out into today's broadcast. And Carrianne, our expert, is here to talk to us about that. So grab your notepads, grab your virtual seats. Make sure you come up to that microphone and talk. The way that you do that in the virtual studio audience is literally by just typing some comments, asking your questions, and we'll pull them right into today's broadcast. Also, let me be kind enough to give you the link for today's broadcast. That way, if you want to come on, some people say, I don't like all of this typing comment stuff. I like to be able to come on and be seen and ask my question directly to the guest, to my actual expert here. So feel free to use the link that I just popped in the comment section. If you click on that link, it will bring you into today's broadcast, okay? All right, everybody. So, Carrianne, we're going to give you a formal introduction right after this intro. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
All right, everyone. Yes, it's the Kim Jacobs Show, and we do have Carrianne Hilliard here with us today to talk to us specifically about parenting on purpose. And I want to give you a formal introduction. Carrianne Hilliard is a single mom. She's an entrepreneur, a visionary, and she's also a homeowner. And now she's a new author. Today, she's going to be sharing her story about what's new in her life and how to help us parent on purpose. Welcome, Carrianne Hilliard.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here and to share a little bit of my story, what it means to parent on purpose. Thank you. Before I start talking about my story, let me give you a little bit of my background. So when you're thinking about parenting on purpose, what you have to think about is some of your upbringing and the different experiences that we've been through. All of the experience that I went through far as helping my parents to raise my siblings had helped me to become a parent. I did not realize back then I was practicing for where I am today. So I'm so grateful that I had to practice with my siblings so I can learn how to practice being a parent on purpose.
Well, stop right there, Carrianne, because you're saying that real smooth, right? I had to be a parent to the siblings, and I know because I helped raise my I say my son, but he's really my brother, right? My brother Ron. I was 16 years old when he was born, and so when he was born, I had him like literally tote and hip. I was taking him to the swing, taking him everywhere I was going. People were judging me, and I was like, look. Mind your business, because this is not my child. This is my brother, But everybody assumed he was my son because I was 16. So when you say I helped parent my siblings, you may have had a different experience. Tell us what your experience was like parenting your siblings. Tell us.
Oh man, it was fun because what I did was I taught them whatever I knew. What my parents was teaching me, they kind of instilled it into all of us. And I was able to be there when parents were going to work or when they were, so my parents are the pastors and the first ladies. So when they were doing the church thing, it was like, okay, Carrie, you make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm like, oh, again. So, but what it did was it helped me to know leadership skills. It helped me to be accountable, and it helped me to understand responsibility.
Yes.
So I was so grateful for those things. And I understand exactly how you were feeling when you were parenting your brother at 16, because I ended up having my daughter at 17. And I did get those looks, those
Wow.
evil stares,
That's
because this is back
horrible,
in
right?
the 90s. It is horrible, but it's like I said earlier, it's all about the experiences that we've been through. When you were growing up and when I was growing up, we grew up in a time where being a teen parent was not, you were looked down if that was you, if you were in that situation, you were looked down on. So it was terrible that our minds even had us thinking that way. Because when you think about some of the people in the Bible, such as Mary, who had Jesus at 15, and the different things that she had to go through, it's like, why are we still treating our teens this way? Because they're doing things that we may not think is appropriate, but they're doing what they think is best for their lives. So.
Right. That's good. Good advice. Already, we're starting off at a very rapid pace talking right now with Carrianne Hilliard. She actually was a parent to her own siblings because her mom and dad were doing a lot of ministry, but she counted it a joy to be able to kind of help develop them into who they are today as siblings, but also became a mom at the age of 17. What was that experience like for you, becoming a
Oh
mom at that
man.
age?
Yes, that experience was difficult when it first started because there were so many things. That it's one thing to parent your siblings, but
Right.
when you're parenting your own child, things for some people it comes to them naturally, and then for others it's like, oh, what have I done? This is a whole learning experience. So for me, I was parenting on purpose back then because I did have my siblings to practice on. I was there for my daughter every day, making sure she was fed and taken care of, and she had everything that she needed. And at this particular point in our lives, her father was there as well to help with my parenting, as well as my parents. They were there as well to help.
Good.
So I had a community of people to help. And when you're thinking about parenting on purpose, it's all about building up that community. And it's about just knowing who your child is and knowing yourself. And although it started out rocky, the situation, it changed tremendously as life kept going for me.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me give a few studio audience comments because sometimes when I wait, the comments don't match what's happening later in the show. So Drew Griffith, who from New York, she said, Mary had Jesus at 15. Have to read that Bible again. So basically, hey, you can have a child, I guess, when you're young, and God can still bless some significant things. What did you say, June? You said, good morning from Brooklyn, Miss Mini episode. June, you know what? You ought to be right here in the studio audience at 11 o'clock. I've been working out too. I work out around the time frame of the show. So I don't know if y'all noticed. Can anybody send a shout out and let me know if you notice that I've been like transformed a little bit? I have lost 13.
You're looking good.
I lost 13 pounds. Yeah. Anyway, my son lost 91 pounds. I'll put one of his videos up soon. 91 pounds. So he is like a stickler telling us what to do. Protein, do this, do this. I'm like, look here. I'm not on that trajectory. I'm just trying to maintain some stuff here. Okay. So June, we're so honored to have you here in the studio audience, all the way from Brooklyn, New York, and excited that you're getting that exercise in. Hopefully you could do it outside of 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'll let you go because June is one of our financial online contributors at the Kim Jacobs Show. So I like to give shout outs to the people that support the show. You see down there at the bottom, support the Kim Jacobs Show. That's the way that you can support the show, okay, financially. Carrianne Hilliard is one of our financial online contributors. So Carrianne, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I gave you a shout out yesterday too. So if you want me to give you a shout out this week, throughout this week's broadcast, go ahead and drop some financial contributions right there below, and I will shout you out for sure. Okay. You are such an inspiration, Carrianne. Arnetta says, yay.
Hi, Arnetta, and thank you. She is one too. Oh my goodness, I love her.
Oh, so glad to have you here, Arnetta. Johanna says, hello, queens. Hello, hello, Johanna. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi, Lady Kim and Carrianne, your mommy.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mother Justine Hilliard. I love you. She also is a financial online contributor, so she's always so supportive as well. So thank you so much for being here in the studio audience. And make sure you guys invite some other people to be here. Hello, beautiful ladies. Okay. All right. Oh, hey, somebody from Charlotte, North Carolina. I see you, Chantel. I think Chantel's on here too. So anyway, glad to have you all from wherever you're visiting in from. You make the show what it is each and every day. And the goal of the show is to bring balance to the world, one household at a time, here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Arnetta says she had her son at 15 years old. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Your weight loss is evident. I can't really see it that well myself, but you know how you can't see yourself because you're in the picture frame, as Les Brown says. Oh, actually, real briefly, speaking of Les Brown, he sent this to our family in honor of my father's homegoing. And so just thank you so much, Les Brown. And he's, international motivational speaker, show host, and all kinds of stuff. But he still takes time as the godfather of my son and daughter to be kind and send something to our family. He doesn't have to do that, but I just want to say thank you, Les Brown, for always being so thoughtful and considerate of everything that we experience in our family. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's keep it moving, Carrianne. So you got a lot of stuff going on. We got to cram into this hour. Where do you want to start?
Wherever you would like to start. Just whatever you pick.
I'm going to put some stuff up and talk to us about it. First of all, you are the author of a new book. Yes. So I want to talk about that. What is it called? And tell everybody.
It's called Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles. So this book is my personal story about all the different things that I went through. So when I was talking about parenting on purpose, what it means and how to get started, all of the details is right here in this book. You can grab your copy on my website. You can go on there and grab a copy of it, or you can meet me at some of the different things that I'm having going on within the next 2 weeks. Actually, I have an event going on. Today is one of the events. I'm so grateful to be on the Kim Jacobs Show. And then this Saturday, I'm going to be at a business cotorium. It's called the Entrepreneur Experience. And that's at One Church of Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Awesome.
So yes, I'm so grateful to be there. I'll be out there selling my books, or you can get a mask. I know we're still wearing masks, so if you need a mask.
What does the mask say?
It says Overcoming Obstacles. So I didn't put Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles on the mask because so many people are trying to label us, and we don't want to be labeled. We just want to let people know that we can overcome obstacles. That's what
I love it. And how much are the masks?
The masks are $5, $4.99. You can go on the website and order it. And yes, I have it in the bright, pretty purple as well.
I want it. Yes.
Oh, yes, I will definitely send you one.
Yeah, I definitely I want to support. So I'm gonna Cash App you. What do I do? Cash App you?
You can Cash App me, or you could go on the website and order it.
The website.
Yes, as well as the Overcoming Obstacles T-shirt.
I love it. How much is the T-shirt?
The T-shirts are $14.99.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna get. I definitely. I don't want to be yelling out my size because I'm still the same size. I don't know about no weight loss. I'm still the same size in T-shirt. But anyway, I'll communicate offline. But I'm gonna get my own T-shirt and a mask, and I'm also gonna get a T-shirt and a mask for my mom because. Anything I get, I got to get one mailed to her because she's going to be like, Kim, I don't know all of that electronic stuff, but I wanted it. I wanted it. And you knew it. So that's a given. Let's see. Let me go to how people can get this stuff. Where is it? Let's see. This is incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's on the website. Yep.
All right, everybody. It's Carrianne with 2 R's. Yes. Carrianne, Carrianne Hilliard. and she's a visionary of helping adolescents speak out. Her phone number is 704-733-0344, and her email is carriannehilliard@gmail.com. I'm telling you this earlier in the broadcast. I'll put it on multiple times. You can go to her website, carriannehilliard.com, to get Overcoming Obstacles t-shirts, masks, book of Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And you can also go on there, and I'm starting to do some coaching and consulting myself. And Lady Jacobs, I know I've seen all the great things you've been doing, and I'll probably be signing up for one of your courses as well. But I'm offering some courses.
Shannon backstage, she was like, yay.
Yes, because I'm like, I think I need some of the skills that you're offering with some of the great things that I'm doing myself. And I'm just so grateful for you being the person that you are, a person that I can call on the phone or send an email to and say, hey, can you teach me how to do this? Can you mentor me? Can you help me figure out what I'm doing with my business? Just like what you're doing with your business. So thank you for being one of the leaders out here to show us how we can be better people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's my honor to help in any way possible. Listen, tell us some of the points that are in your book. So kind of like a trailer or a teaser, so people know what to expect when they're reading that book.
Okay, no problem. So one of the things that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks is the book sale party. And with the book sale party, it gives you more information about what's in this book. And I break it up into 3 parts. So part 1, it talks about the beginning, the person who you are, and the person that you want to become. Who are you and who do you want to become? We never think about this as we're young teenagers or even adults. A lot of people have went away to college and they were able to figure out who they were. I didn't have that opportunity. I stayed right here and I took care of my daughter, and I figured out who I was as I was raising her. So that's why I wrote about the background story, who you are and who you want to be. And then you want to know about the special person, the person that you're choosing to lay down with and have a baby. Who is this person? And why are they important or significant in your life? And why did you choose to have a baby with this person? And then after I talk about that, I introduce my daughter and how she was brought into the world. And then I talk about going to school, starting elementary school and starting grade school and middle school and then high school. And then what happens after high school? When I was writing this book, my daughter was in her last year of high school. So there were some things that I knew that I put in the end of the book. But then once she graduated from high school, I had to go back and add another chapter. It's all about being resilient. That's what it's all about in life. And the way that she was resilient was she finished high school and she made good grades and she was able to go to college. So that is, in a nutshell, the different pieces of the book. It just gives our background story of who I am as a person and what I did to raise her. And the book also has questions in there. If you sometimes we have different questions to help us like think through some of our choices and some of our ideas and our thoughts. And it's just a time of reflection. So that's why I included the questions, because I'm like, had someone would have asked me these questions that I'm asking you ahead of time, I would have known what to do and how to do it. And that's another reason why I wrote the book, because when we get older, we're always saying, man, had I would have known that 20 years ago, I would have made this choice. So here's a Parenting on Purpose book so you can be a better parent and to know some of the difficulties that I overcame. So that way you don't have to learn from making your own mistakes. You get to learn from my mistakes.
I love it.
Give it to you.
I love it. Wait, I cut you off at the very end. Say it again.
Thank you. That's all I was going to say is thank you.
That I love everything that you're saying. It's no need to have to go and create the wheel and spin the wheel and do everything yourself, whenever all you have to do is learn from something that somebody else has already experienced. And what Carrianne is doing here is putting in a nutshell all of her experiences as a single parent from the age of 17 and all the way up to when her child's graduated and everything. She's writing this book. to be able to inspire each of you that may be single parents out here to not make the same mistakes that she made along her journey. Oh my goodness. I just think that is so admirable. I'm so excited about it. And I can't wait to get behind your project. And I actually have a vision of how I can do that. And
Awesome.
I'll be including you in that project that I'm working on that I haven't even released. But
Thank
I'm going to include you in that process, because this is really good information. And pretty much what you're saying as far as what you could learn from me and everything like that, that's what I do with the whole show. Just so you know, people that are interested in officially starting their own show from scratch, or if you're not interested in starting a show, I've had professors and different people that are just looking to increase their and improve their presentation skills. They've still contracted with me to learn more about how they can either create a show from scratch, from A to Z, through a 4 and an 8-week masterclass that we offer, or how they can improve their presentation skills through various platforms online. So you know what I'll do? I'll take a moment to let you learn more about that during this brief commercial break. And we're going to come back with Carrianne Hilliard. Super excited to have you on here today. You're just doing a marvelous job.
Thank
Parenting
you.
on Purpose, overcoming single parent obstacles. Yes. So if you want to sign up for my course, it's KimJacobssConsulting.com. And here's how you can learn more. Hey everyone, I'm Kim Jacobs, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You and I are going to have a great time as you go through this course on how to create your own online show from scratch. Everything that you need to know from A to Z, everything that I know anyway, I'm going to pour it into you. We're going to have a great time talking about what should your show even be called? Who's going to be your guest? How do you identify your target audience? How do you be able to get your studio audience engaged? What type of lighting should you use? All kinds of things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the different platforms that you should use. We're going on this journey together, so go ahead and grab your virtual seats and let's get ready to rock and roll and have a great experience as you learn how to create your own online show from scratch. All right, everyone. We are back with Carrianne Hilliard, and I'm so excited to have her on today. Also, I should let everybody know briefly that today at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have one of the young ladies that's going to be graduating from my training. So at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard, we're going to go live and do a pseudo graduation for her, and that she's completed the course, the Kim Jacobs online course of the masterclass of being able to start her own show. Her show is called The Dr. Yolanda Jerry Show, which kicks off tonight. So we'll be going live at 2:00 so I can formally give her certificate and then also introduce her show to you. And it is going to be fire, as people say, okay?
Yes.
So tune in.
Or lit. It's going to be lit.
What is it?
It's going to be lit.
Oh. I'm back in there. I don't know.
It's okay. I got you. I'm still learning too.
Okay. I need all the abbreviations, and some of them, you cannot type certain abbreviations, Carrianne, because then if you don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I put a whole abbreviation thing together about, well, you need to be JS, Jesus saves. And they give you some abbreviations you really need to know.
Oh, yes. I just learned one earlier today. One of the ministers, Shanita McGinnis, she's going to have a new book coming out. I think it's called Let Me Tell It Like It Was. Oh, my goodness. She was explaining to me what some of these abbreviations mean, like GTG, glory to God. I was like, I'm old. I can't keep up with this stuff. Thank you.
I know that I need those kind of abbreviations, because sometimes if I put something in, I'm like, what? Did I cuss? I didn't even know I was
Exactly.
So I don't know. I'll just stick away from the abbreviations until I look them up in advance. So from a single parent perspective, even though sometimes people look at single parenting as like, dog, you're out there, you're on your own, the weight of the world's on your shoulder. I really like how you've taken this and turned it into your passion. What made that become the case, Carrianne?
So what made that become the case was everything that I was going through in life, it was not working. Like I was able to reach a level, but only a certain level. Like I wasn't able to reach that high level that I wanted to reach when it comes to the finances, the money that I was making, or when it came to the relationships that I wanted to build with certain people. So what I had to do was I had to take a step back and figure out, who am I again at this stage? And who do I want to become? And once I realized that, it was all the pain that I went through of raising my daughter and overcoming the obstacles of being a parent. I turned all that pain into purpose. And what I did was, when I worked at the school system, I worked as an administrator in the student services office. So many kids, they were coming to me and they were talking to me about their problems. And I would just sit there and listen. And it helped me to think back when I was a teenager, how hard it really was for me. So what I did after I went from one school to the next, and I would get in trouble just talking to these kids, the principal was like, you need to do your job. And I'm like, but this is my job, helping these children. That is what we're here to do.
Right.
Someone has to tell them outside of their parents, because your parents tell you stuff, but we ain't really listening to our parents as a teenager. We don't care
Right.
what they have to say. So what I did was I just, whenever I could talk to the kids, I would let them know that they're going to make it and they're going to be okay. And I would just create a safe space for them to talk about whatever kind of challenges they were having. And I would teach them how to overcome those challenges and let them know that they're worth more than what they're doing, and just speak life into them. So once I realized that that's who I am, I'm a motivator for children, I'm a youth advocate. Once I realized that about myself, I had to change my life. And I was like, okay, God, what is this? So back in 2013, when I was helping another student help in college, she was overcoming homelessness. I was able to go to Greensboro and help her to get the housing that she needs. And I ended up staying the night, and God gave me the idea of Hazzo's. And I'm like, what is Hazzo's? I'm like, I know what a has-been is. I've been a has-been, but no, I'm a Hazzo. A Hazzo is a student, a young person that are learning how to speak out. And what it stands for, help adolescents speak out. I was able to create this business because I was always helping kids and always helping them to overcome their obstacles. And that is the main reason of why I even wrote this book. This book is to be a parent resource. It's for the parents that need help. What I do on a day-to-day every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. is I'm teaching a group of kids how to overcome their obstacles. We have different seminar sessions. Tonight, we're going to talk about self-expression, what it means to express yourself. And then I think next Saturday, we'll have a recap and paint event. And we're going to recap and paint our vision boards. So that's what I love to do. I took all this pain and I turned it into a business. And my whole goal now for life is just to keep helping other people. I have a conference coming up. It's called the I Am Conference. And that is to get parents in gear about sharing your greatness and sharing who you are to the world. It's so many good things that has came out of all of my obstacles. So I'm just so grateful.
I am so grateful too. Listen, everybody, take a moment to just hashtag Hazzo, helping adolescents speak out. Hazzo, Haso. Can we all hashtag that and get it trending today? Hazzo, helping adolescents speak out. That's specifically coined by my guest, Carrianne Hilliard, today. Listen, it's just an incredible honor to have you on. Right after this commercial break, everyone, we're going to take a moment to go to the flash round segment where we'll get a chance to answer any of your studio audience questions that you have of my guest, Carrianne Hilliard. We're talking with her today about parenting on purpose. She's written a book called Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles. She has t-shirts, she has masks, you name it. And we're so excited to be able to support her on this journey. Yes, overcoming obstacles. Let me tell you that today's episode is sponsored by Snow Legal Group, snowlegal.com. When you reach out to them, they will give you a free consultation if you tell them that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. Hey, there are perks to knowing some people, right? So go ahead and call them. If you're dealing with any type of workers' comp, any kind of accident, a bike accident, motorcycle accident, you name it, things that you just like, you're not 100% sure if you could utilize their expertise, give them a call and see before you reach out to all kind of other places. 704-358-0026. And their information email is info@snowlegal.com. info@snowlegal.com. Please let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show, you can just say, hey, Kim Jacobs sent me, and they'll be like, okay, good. We're glad to hear that. Okay. So let's learn more about Snow Legal right now.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. We are back with Carrianne Hilliard, and she has a whole lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk more about all of that right after our flash round. So let me go back, make sure I don't miss any of our studio audience comments. Remember, if you want to be brought in, all you have to do is click on that link that I put earlier, and that'll bring you right into today's broadcast. You can send a positive comment or a shout out or ask your questions directly right here in the studio. Okay, now right now you all are at the mic. All right, so go ahead and let's get your questions answered. Let's see here. Okay, that's from your mom. We already talked about that. Hey, hello, Queen. You're such an inspiration. Okay, I'm just gonna skip June saying she out there working out right, doing my show. I'm gonna skip that one more time. Make sure, listen, all you have to do is call Carrianne at 704-733-0344 if you want to learn more about the Helping Adolescents Speak Out or about any of her products or services, her coaching services. You can visit CarrianneHilliard.com as well. So I want to make sure I don't brush past that again. That's really good information too. And, oh, hey, nice compliment. Hello. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. And I don't take any words of kindness for granted. I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am. You look good. Okay. Like, hey, Carrianne. Hey. Janita says, okay. Oh, your weight loss is evident. Okay. Arnetta had her son at 15. I think some of these comments I already went through. I had my daughter at 16, Chantel Patterson said. So a lot of teen moms on here. So they're resonating with you and connecting with you.
They know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes. How has your experience having a child at a young age been? According to your mom, she wants to have the answer from you.
Oh, she knows that answer.
It doesn't matter. You know, moms, they don't get the answers. They're going to get the questions that's going to get that answer that they need you to say.
Yes. So how was my experience? My experience, it was good from the beginning because like a lot of times we're in automation and we're just not really thinking through our decisions. We're just making them. And it's not till later on in life we realize that, oh, I should have slowed down when I was making some of these decisions. Yeah. So my experience raising my daughter at a young age, it was good, like I said, because I was parenting on purpose with my siblings, but it was difficult because some of the different trials and tribulations I had to go through, such as one of them, when I first had my daughter, she was born at 28 weeks. So she was a preemie. So that within itself was the obstacle that I had to overcome. She came home almost 2 months after she was born, and she came home on a heart monitor. So I had to learn how to do that. And then years later, I lost her father when she was about 2 going on 3. So that was an experience
her father passed away.
And I was 20 years old at that time.
Unexpectedly?
So, yes, very unexpectedly. It was terrible. I couldn't do anything for about a week unless my daughter needed me and no one was there at the house. I was out living on my own. It was me and him and my daughter. and I was working full time, and he would stay home and take care of her because he had some different challenges. But we were there to take care of our child, and he died unexpectedly on a hot summer day in July. And that was another challenge that I had to overcome because now my life had changed completely. I went from being out on my own, doing my own thing, to now, oh my goodness, what am I going to have to do? So I went back and stayed with my parents. They were there with open arms, and they allowed me to get myself together, and they were my community to help me. So I kind of want to cry about it right now because it was just, although it was, wow, next year it'll be 20 years, but it's just, that was something that I had to like overcome. And that's why I wrote about the pain and the forgiveness and love in my book. It's in the background story of what happened. It's all right here. So that was my experience raising my daughter as a young person. So yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm very, very saddened to hear about your boyfriend at the time that helped you, because it sounds like he was very hands-on and trying to be a good dad, and you and him were having a life together and raising your daughter. And we just never know. We never know what's going to be that time that we're called home. And it's not predictable. No man knows the day nor the hour. And so we have to live our lives every day like it's the last day. And even though people say that and it's so cliche-ish, you have to, because other than that, like the last four people that were significant in my life, and I don't know if it's a blessing or if I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's a blessing. I'm assuming it's a tremendous blessing and an honor to be able to be present if somebody is passing and you're able to witness and be there and comfort and love. But I don't know how you could ever prepare for that either, because that happened to me with my grandmother. My grandmother, who was like one of the pillars in our family, a matriarch. She's 78 years old. Regular day, my son's birthday, December 28th, 10 years ago. And we're there visiting her, have our son's birthday cake and everything. And nobody could have told me that day my grandmother was going to pass away and that I was going to be there in that town to witness that happen. Then obviously, many fast forward, I end up seeing my son, and so being there, I did not think I was going to leave that hospital. Under no circumstances. There's no circumstance that made me think I was going to leave that hospital that night without my son. And so my heart just goes out to you. My grandmother, 96 years old. They're telling us, you got a few more minutes. What? How do you know? Hospice is saying you got to say your last goodbyes. What? Then literally just 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, I go thinking I'm just going to check on my dad because he wasn't answering the phone, and I had just seen him on a video call. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. And me and my aunts, we go checking on him to talk to the doctors and see what's going on. I walk in and my dad's over 100 pounds he's lost. I'm like, what? He couldn't answer the phone. Then within 2 days of me being there thinking he's starting to eat again. He's, the cavalry's here now. We got here in time. And he passes away right in front of me. What in the world? So you having your boyfriend pass away unexpectedly like that, when he's there doing what he's supposed to do to help you raise this beautiful child that you all have created, that is just overwhelming.
Yes, it was. And I'm so sorry for your loss. Condolences to you and your family and all the people that you've lost over these past couple of years. Yes, when we're going through a loss, it is very hurtful. And sometimes it takes us a while to kind of regroup and figure out what we're going to do next. But just keep God first and keep him as your comforter. He will comfort you. He really will. And that's what I know helped me to get through that situation.
That's the only thing that can help you get through. And I don't even believe they're lost anyway. I believe that they just moved to heaven. They're in a different location. But still, that's the only saving grace that does not keep you crawling on the floor and stuff. Anyway. Let me go on to some other comments here. Sending you love and hugs, Arnetta said.
Mhm.
Johanna says that I'm in his Hungry to Speak class, talking about Les Brown. Chantel Patterson says, nice. Let's see. Yes, Justine Hilliard wanted to know your mom and the answer. She answered that question.
Yep.
Very, very helpful.
Yes, he was. Mhm.
Arnetta said, you look great. Thank you, Arnetta. Let's see. Love the mask, your mom said. Put that mask up again. Overcoming obstacles is less than $5, y'all. Listen, get that and get the t-shirt for $14.99. I'm going to put her information back up again. Overcoming obstacles, whether you're a single parent or whatever you have going on in life, we all want to know how to overcome obstacles. There you have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. Let's see. Thank you. Lots of comments. Let's see. Justine Hilliard said, thanks. It's important to know who you are.
Yes.
How important is that, Carrianne? Speak to that.
Oh my goodness. It's very important to know who you are, because if you know who you are on the inside, no one can come to you and try to tear you down and tell you who you are not. So that's why it's important to know who you are. And it determines what you'll do in life. Because like I said, when I was in the school system and I realized I was a youth advocate, I was able to change my life. Most people thought I was going to stay there for 30 years. And at one point in my life, when I was at a low point, I thought I was going to stay there for 30 years and build up retirement and whatnot. But God has called me to better. So the way for you to know who you are is to get in the Word of God and say, God, who am I? And who do you want me to be? That's why it's important for me to know who I am. And I'm glad Arnetta made that comment. She's going to be one of our guest panelists at the I Am conference. And she's out there doing so many great, amazing things. And we go through the same type of things because we had our child at such a young age. And just knowing who you are is very important, because it's just going to help you to be the person that God has you to be.
Wow. Well, congratulations to your daughter, Arnetta said.
Thank you.
Brenda said, awesome. Chantel Patterson said, nice book.
Thank you.
Good morning to you all. Somebody said she is a blessed lady, talking about you. Nice.
I thought she was talking about you.
We're talking about both of us. How about that? So happy for her. How did your parents and siblings help you through?
Oh man, they helped me through just by being there. Like how you was talking about your brother, always on your hip. My brother had always took my daughter. Anytime I had to go to work or go to school or whatnot, he would have my daughter on his hip, to where people would say, that's his child. And I'm like, no, I'm the mom. I'm just at work.
Just at work.
Yes. Exactly. So that's how they were able to help me. They were there to love and care for her just as I was. So anytime I was at work or school, they were there, always had a helping hand. Up until even today, they're still there for her if she needs them. So I'm so grateful that my parents had helped us to build a strong community of family.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Congratulations to Dr. Yolanda Jerry. She's graduating today from the How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I'll be presenting her at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys come back and tune in to her graduation. Kim, you are out of the loop. It means it's going to be great. Okay. I am out of the loop, June. I need some training on those abbreviations. I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Make sure you know, if you want to register for our 4 or 8 week masterclass, you can visit KimJacobsConsulting.com. Any other comments? Okay, people did hashtag. Yay.
Yes, a lot.
So people hashtag HASO, which is helping adolescents speak out. I love it. So hopefully we're going to get that trending. It's people like you that helped me succeed and graduate from high school, college, despite of being a teen mother. Thank you, Carrianne, for all that you are doing.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Has been. Don't make no honey. So we are not settling, going for continued maximum development. See, June, that's why you have to be here in the studio audience, because you add such value to the show when you come up to that mic and speak. So please Please
Mm-hmm.
come up to the mic. HASO hashtag. Okay, guys, I try to get all of your comments in. Let's see. I love your first conference. It wasn't only for single parents. I learned a lot about the youth and the challenges that they go through. Looking forward to the next one at the Hampton Uptown at 5. When is that going to take place?
That is going to take place next Sunday, May the 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. It's going to be at the Hampton Inn, Charlotte Uptown. We are going to be there. T-shirts will be there. If you need a T-shirt, if you need a mask, I'll have it. If you need a book. But what we do is have a conversation. The guest panel, such as Arnetta Cotwell that was commenting, she's going to be one of the ladies. Arthena Valentine, she's one of the ladies. Myself as well, and then Dominique Hill, she's our moderator. What we're going to do is talk about being a parent, talk about the obstacles that we have overcome as a parent or in business or in life. We'll just talk about what it means to overcome obstacles. That's what it's all about. The whole thought of the idea came about a couple of months ago when I was behind the 8 ball about promoting my book. I'm like, oh my goodness, I was supposed to follow a list of stuff to do and I didn't do any of it. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to read this list of stuff of what to do and how to do it. And I'm like, I threw it out the window. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, okay, God, what are we doing? So I sat down with God and he said the I Am Conference book tour. And I was like, oh, this is lit. I'm so excited. I'm happy for this. Yes, the I Am Conference book tour. So he gave me the idea and I'm like, okay, now what? What do I do now? I'm like, I need instructions. I need directions. So I got my notebook here. And a couple of months ago, I love to write in my notebook.
Me too. I have a whole
I
bunch of
planned
them.
it. Yes, I have a lot of them too. I planned it out. And that's what it means to parent on purpose. Anytime you get, yes, that's right. Those are
Notebooks, a whole
nice.
bunch. I got 20 of
Yes.
them. My friend Sean was like, Kim, can you please stop pulling all them notebooks out? I said, girl, I have to capture what God has given me. I cannot let it just not be there. I have to
You
capture.
have, yes, because guess what? If you didn't capture that idea, we wouldn't be here right now on the Kim Jacobs Show. We wouldn't be here if you didn't write it down. So when I'm teaching everyone what to do and how to do it, that's what it means to parent on purpose. It means to write down those ideas. It means to come to yourself of who you want to be. It means to teach your kids about the different experiences that you went through and to just tell them about those experiences. Be honest and be truthful about it because they're trying to figure out who they are themselves. That's what it means to parenting on purpose. And
I
it means
love it.
also, we teach our kids what we know. What we don't know, they're not learning if they're not in the right environments to learn it. So make sure you push your kids out there into different environments so they can learn everything that they need to learn outside of us. So that's what it's all about. Parenting on purpose.
Well, listen, everybody, listen. Go to CarrianneHilliard.com and get all of the information about all of the conferences that's coming up in the next 2 weeks. This stuff is popping off now. I'm also going to put it up right now so that it can be a screenshot that you can take of each of the different events. I'm going to remove me and Carrianne from the screen for a minute and no, I'm not going to remove us because I need you to talk about the event. So when I put it up there, screenshot it. If you're in your studio, I'm giving y'all so many assignments, huh? You're like, girl, we just here at a show. Now you got a screenshot and coming to the mic, joining the broadcast. I'm going to put it up. Do what you want with it. You can go back later and screenshot it. But here's the information. Let's see. Tell us what we're looking at, Carrianne.
I sure will. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is the Hazzo's Teen Summer Camp. So I'm going to have a summer camp this year for kids, youth, teenagers, 14 through 16. It's a 6-week camp. It's all about self-sufficiency through entrepreneurship. What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? A lot of young people have so many great ideas, but they are not sure how to turn this idea into a business. So I'm here to help the youth to change that idea into a business. I'm not sure about the location yet, but we're going to have it and we're going to provide lunch. It's only 6 weeks. It starts at the end of June up until August 5th. So I look forward to seeing all you parents who want your kids who you know that your children are entrepreneurs already. I look forward to seeing them at the camp.
Wow. Okay, let's go to the next thing here. Okay.
Yes. All right. So the I Am Conference Book Tour. Our theme is overcoming obstacles. The scripture for this is do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And that is in Romans 12 and 21. So the different things that I went through, I could have quickly, my life could have went a completely different direction. And I could have said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything with my life. I'm just going to suffer and die. But that's not what I did. I decided to turn everything that I went to and to use this book as a way to create this conference to help other parents know that you can overcome your obstacles as well. So that's what this conference is all about. It's on May the 23rd from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Hampton Inn in Charlotte Uptown. It's only $25. It comes with a copy of the book, and it comes with fellowship and some food and some great speakers. So I look forward to seeing you at this event.
Wow. Okay, tell us about this.
Yes. So, yes, it's time to unleash your creativity, recap, and paint your vision board. So, this event is for youth. And usually I service youth ages 11 through 19. But for this event, it doesn't matter what age you are, just come and be a part of it. It is so the beginning of the year, we had a youth vision board party where we taught our youth how to have a vision for their life. So now it's almost the middle of the year. We want to recap our vision
Lean
and we
over,
want to
Tom.
paint it.
Lean over. Lean
this
over.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. So we want to recap our vision and we want to paint it out instead of us just having it on a vision board. Like I have this vision board right here. My daughter and I don't know if you can see it. You can see pieces of it. We created this vision board a couple of years ago. And it was very helpful because it was a parent and child vision board. But with this vision board, the recap and paint your vision board, what we're going to have is canvases and we're going to have paint. And you can just draw out what you believe you want your life to be. That's what it's all about. What we see in our heads, we have to write it down and put it on paper. Write the vision and make it plain. So that's what this is all about.
Is this going to be, it says location to be determined. Is it going to be virtually or is it going to be face?
We're going to have a physical location.
Okay,
Not really sure where yet, but we are going to have a physical location.
Very good. Okay, this is some good stuff. Okay, let me go to this other. Tell us about that.
All right, the book sale party. So the book sale party, this is a free online event for parents or people who want to think about being parents. It can be people who are already parents, single parents, married parents, whatever kind of parent. It don't matter what kind of parent you are. If you want to come and be a part of it, you can go on my website and you can register yourself for this free event. So I remember earlier I was talking about how I broke up the book in 3 series. So the 3rd series is the next chapter. It's all about those high school things, what goes on in high school, and then what's going to happen, what to expect after high school. So if you're a parent of a high school student and you would like to get some tips and insight and want to learn more information about what teens are going through, join us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. for my book sale party.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, Carrianne Hilliard has a lot of passion for parents, especially single parents and for adolescents. You can definitely visit carriannehilliard.com to see everything in more detail that you just saw here on the show. Carrianne, what I would say what's next for you, but it's like you got so much going on. What's next for you?
So I'm just going to focus on whatever God is calling me to do. That's what's next for me, doing all of this. So the I Am Conference book tour is like a book tour. So throughout this whole year, every 2 months, I will be having the book tour. So I'll be inviting different people that I know across North Carolina because I think I'm going to Raleigh next or Fayetteville, one of the two, and then Greensboro. So those are the 3 different cities that is on the list for the book tour. So that's what's going to be happening this whole year. I'll be promoting this book and I'll be helping adolescents speak out. That's what I'm called to do. Yes, it's a lot. from what you see because it's back to back for over the next 2 weeks. But what I do is I plan my life out. I plan out what I'm going to do. I plan out the how. I plan out the why. You know, the 5 W's. You got to plan out all those things. I can't just come up and say, hey, boom, this is happening. No, you got to plan it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm able to do so much, because I plan it out. I got the calendar set for the youth. If you go on the Help Adolescents Speak Out website, you'll see the different events that's going on. The calendar is on there. It tells you everything you need to know.
I'm so excited about it. Listen, somebody else is excited too. Mother Patricia Lofton.
Mother Lofton.
You know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you ladies are phenomenal. Keep on soaring.
Thank you. Yes.
So glad to have you on, Mother Lofton. You're just a blessing to our jurisdiction and to the world. And anybody that needs someone that's a senior saint, it's kind of, we call it senior saints, but a mother of wisdom, a woman of wisdom. She has these woman of wisdom moments where she brings in other senior women and they share such, oh my gosh, such wise advice that cannot enter into our heads no matter what age we are, because we're not their age. So you just can't have something you've never experienced until somebody drops that knowledge on you. So definitely follow Mother Patricia Lofton on her social media pages. And whether you're in the Church of God in Christ or whatever denomination you're in, the knowledge that they're sharing is for every woman, period, exclamation point. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Justine Hilliard, Lady Justine Hilliard, which is the pastor's wife that you've been talking about, the wonderful pastor's wife. Was it hard for you working and going to school and becoming a parent?
Absolutely. It's so hard. And it was hard because you had to do so many different things at one time. But what it taught me was to do what I'm doing today. Today, I'm able to do this book, do the conference for the parents, and do other things for you. So, and still parent an adult child. Like, that's a whole nother topic.
Because parenting never ends. So I don't know why people say, oh, I can't wait till you're 18 and get your girl by. I have a 23-year-old and I'm still his mama and still parenting him and giving advice, not just saying you're on your own now, figure it out. I have a 20-year-old. And then I have a 16-year-old. I have a 12-year-old that's obviously 12 forever, and he's still my son. And then I have my 13-year-old daughter, and a whole girl.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life was amazing because she's very different than any of the boys. Yes. So it's like parenting different types of children, parenting different ages, different things that they have going on, college parenting versus grown parenting versus teenage parenting versus tween parenting versus parenting a child in heaven. It's parenting. Yes. So this is some good stuff you're sharing. Actually, Ernetta says, I love your family. Hello, Mrs. Hilliard. So she must be sitting across the studio audience and she's waving at you, Justine Hilliard. Hey, girl, how are you over there? I'm in my own world over here, right? You're like, Joe, you're doing the most. You're doing the most.
I love
I'm
it.
doing too much.
That's why I watch you almost every day, because I love the fact that you always do the most. I just love it.
Okay, listen. Today's episode is also sponsored by Attorney Charles Everett with Hunter Everett Law Firm. Again, Hunter Everett Law Firm. That's hunter-everett.com. You can learn more about them. And this is whether you're having a Social Security disability case, or whether you're having a workers' compensation, or you may have a wrongful death situation for a family member and you're trying to follow up on it. They're in the Charlotte and the Richmond area. Their phone number is 704-377-9157. And if you let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way, they're going to treat you really great. I already know that they treat all of their clients great, but because I've been a client of theirs as well. And so I can personally speak and say that they have great customer service and definitely will go to the extreme to service their clients. Okay, so let's learn more about our sponsor, Hunter Everett Law Firm now.
I'm attorney Charles Everett. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
All right, everyone, we are back with Carrianne Hilliard, and she's been talking to us about parenting on purpose. What are some of the main things that you say to parents that are in the process of trying to get things in order? They may have done some things wrong along this journey already, but they're like, I want to get back on track. How do you help parents get back on track? A couple of tips.
Well, first of all, I let them know that you got to have a real conversation with yourself. So having a real conversation with yourself. And then second of all, go to God. Like he knows who you are. Never give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. Like you got to keep going. You got to keep being resilient. And I let them know that it's okay. Forgive yourself for everything that you've done in the past. Forgive yourself and let go. You know that phrase, let go and let God. You got to do that. And then actually do the work.
Okay.
Like
So we
lot of-
want to capture some of these. You said have a real conversation with God, and that's
Mhm.
very profound. And
Yes.
then you said do what again?
And then have a real
You know what?
conversation.
Shannon started typing real quick back there. Shannon, like, give me a chance, Kim. I only have one job. Sorry. We have this running joke. I only have one job. I have her doing like 3 things backstage, and she's like, what? Type? I said, type. You know how people say read? I said,
Yes.
type. She said, forgive yourself. Okay. Forgive yourself. How important is forgiving yourself?
Oh my goodness, you're not going to be able to do anything if you don't forgive yourself. You're going to be here. You're here physically, but nothing's going on up here because you're still living in that. You're still living in unforgiveness.
That's
So
good.
you got to forgive yourself. Like I
Yes.
had to forgive myself as well as forgive others for what they've done.
Very
Yep.
good. Then you said do the work.
Yes, you got to do the work. Once you and God came up with this plan about how you're going to redo your life or start fresh or start over, you got to do it. Like a lot of things wasn't happening for me because I'm writing it down in this notebook, but I'm like, in my other notebook upstairs, I'm like, God, why isn't everything that you promised me not happening? And I was like, are you doing the work? I'm like, dropped the notebook. I didn't know what else
Just
to
drop
say
the
or do,
mic.
but I dropped it. Like, oh, that's how you feel about your daughter over here? I'm like, okay, well, let me get to work then. So I got to work, and now I'm starting to see the fruits of my labor, all because I actually did the work.
That's so
This
wonderful.
was work. Mm-hmm.
That book is work, right?
Yes, it's work. I wrote it 5 years ago, and it's just now being published, all because I didn't want to do the work. It's one
Wow.
thing to write it down, but you still got to reach out to others and say, hey, I need your help. Can you help me? Lady Jacobs, can you help me start my show? Maybe I don't want to do it like this, but maybe I want to do something else. Can you help me? You got to reach out and actually do the work.
I love it. Okay. Are you looking for volunteers, Chantel Patterson?
Yes. Yes.
And Chantel is a great volunteer. She volunteers for Gabe's Heart Foundation, and I can tell you that she is on her post. She's got her, if she's going to have her Overcoming Obstacles t-shirt, you give her a t-shirt and a hat and a mask, and she's going to be out there repping and helping you. She does a great job with Gabe's Heart Foundation, which is in honor of my son. And we do all kinds of random acts of kindness called Doing It Gabe's Way. So yes, Chantel, she wants volunteers. So go help over there.
Thank you. Yes, please send me an email, Chantel. I would love to have you when you're not working with Lady Jacobs.
Oh no, even you, she can come and help you anytime because
Awesome.
our stuff is usually at specific times, but she can come and rock and roll, and she's going to be a good asset to you. All right. She said, your mom said, y'all made me feel so young again at your party. She shares great information, and everyone, you must be there. Whoop, whoop. That's what mom says. You got to come to her events, y'all. Okay. Ernetta said, I love it. Write the vision. Yes, write the vision. Congratulations on your book and your conference.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you, Carrianne. God gave you victory through it all. Love you, love you, love you. It's what your mom said. Love you.
Thank you, Mom.
Love you, Mother Lofton. Lady Hilliard said, again, I don't know where y'all at the studio audience, but she's like, Mother Lofton, hey, baby. And Mother off. It's like, I love you, girl. Because she says that all the time. I
Yes.
love you. Go ahead. I'm in a part of the studio audience somewhere. Let's see. My son is now 25. Lord, help me. I need the book on being a single parent to adult children. That's another book.
That's part 2. That is part 2. Yes.
You get ready to do the work.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do some work. A whole lot of work. Yeah.
Yes. Justine Hilliard. Can y'all go live on Instagram as well? Okay.
That's my sister, Carrianne. Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's your sister talking to your mom.
Yes.
I'm just so happy to have all y'all in the studio audience. Shannon, can you tell people how they can subscribe and everything? Put all those things up. I'm going to close out shortly with that. Let's see. Can y'all go live on Instagram next time? She's serious. She's like, can y'all do it? So I say yes or no.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll be able to reach a different population of people. I think like 25 to maybe 45.
Right.
They're usually on Instagram. So that's why she's saying that.
But that's because she's your sister and she has your best interest at heart. And she's like, look, don't just go live on Facebook whenever you're missing a whole audience, is what she's saying.
She's always on me.
Is she talking to me too, going live?
Yeah, she's talking to you too.
Wait, that's a lay back in my chair moment.
Yeah,
it's like when you can see the beam and the speck in somebody else's eye. You got a whole beam. I was like,
so she's a promoter. The name of her business is called Lady Promoter Events, and she's been out there on the scene for since like 04, 07, she's been doing it. And when it comes to promoting, like she's always on me. No, Carrie, you can't put this up. No, you got to put this up. It has to look a certain way. Like she's always telling me, giving me great advice of what it looks like from a promoter standpoint. So
wow. Okay, y'all, listen, we've talked a lot today on this episode. I think we got quite a bit. Do you feel good about what we got accomplished?
Yes, I feel great. Thank you for having me and allowing me to share more of who I am.
Well, I am so grateful because I think that you did a beautiful job, and you also shared some great tips, and everything was very helpful and clear and plain, and I love it. I love it. I'm putting different things on at the end here, just guys, to let you know how you can continue to allow the Kim Jacobs Show to thrive and to be on. I will be taking some breaks throughout this summer so that I can also balance my life. And I don't even care, believe it or not, I don't care if I go anywhere. I may just be right in my house with just my family and enjoying myself. But there will be some blocks of time that I won't be on the air. On those days, I am letting you know that I will put an old episode up for you to go back and just refresh yourself with one of the shows that maybe you may have missed throughout the time that I was airing the live shows. But don't disconnect completely, y'all. Come on, I'm only going to be away from the show for a week here or there throughout the summer because I do need to spend that time with my children and have them be able to bond and travel and have some good family time, So great show. Yes, great show, Lady Kim.
I love that you said that, Lady Kim, because that's another way to parent on purpose. It's all about, I know when you first created this show, you were thinking about us, but it was more so thinking about your children and doing something that's going to work for your life. So thank you for letting us know that you're going to be taking some breaks. And I love watching other people's episodes as well.
Thank you. Listen, if you all want to continue to see great guests like Carrianne come on the Kim Jacobs Show, and these episodes, Parenting on Purpose, I've had people come on and talk about mental health and wellness. I've had people talk about caring for aging parents. You name it. It's been happening right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. This is something that requires online financial contributors. So in order for us to keep this show thriving at this level, let's pitch in and support so that I can support my team of people that help make the Kim Jacobs Show great. But more importantly than supporting them financially, I can continue to push out this content that help bring balance to your world. Forget the whole world, bring balance to your world. That's what I want to make sure happens, that you get that missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your own personal life. And one of my guests, they provide that missing piece of the puzzle. So today, Carrianne Hilliard provide the missing piece by telling people how to parent on purpose. Let me share with you how you can stay connected with her again. Everything that we've talked about today, you can find right on her website. And I want to pull that back up where it's been a lot of stuff that I've typed over here. So if you see me June, she'll be like, what are you looking at over there? Because she'll text me later. I'm like, I got to see over here what are all these comments. Oh, here it is right here. Carrianne Hilliard is the visionary of Help Adolescents Speak Out. They can reach you where, Carrianne? Give the phone number.
At 704-733-0344, or you can contact me at on my Gmail email, carriannehilliard@gmail.com, or on my website at www.carriannehilliard.com.
And all of the events that you talked about are...
Oh, they're there because if you go to my regular website, if you go to the project page, it'll send you right on over to the Hazzo's page, which is www.helpadolescentsspeakout.com.
Excellent. Type that too, Shannon. We'll pop that up as well. But go to carriannehilliard.com, and that's going to be where everything is housed. Today, she talked about her book. Please make sure you go and get a copy of it. They can get that right from Carrianne Hilliard, right?
Uh-huh.
They can get your book from there too.
Mm-hmm. They can go right on the website and order a copy of the book. If you're local, I can bring it to you if you want me to, or you can just put the information in on the website, order it there, and I will send you a copy. As soon as you order it, I'm already in the mail, signed copy. So if you get it on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, it's not signed. But if you buy it through me, it will be signed.
And that's because you're doing the work as a single parent over there. Let me also let you all know that on Friday, which is tomorrow, we have some of our experts that'll be right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. We have Greg Moore, and I am a part of his You Can Flip Houses Academy. This man, a former New England Patriot player, has really become the NFL player of flipping houses, is what I believe. And so you'll learn more from him tomorrow. We have Camille Richardson. She's a young lady that's blind, but she's our vision expert. And you want to know why by tuning in tomorrow and hearing her speak. Joseph Wooten. And Joseph Wooten is a world-renowned band player and a band member and pianist. He is going to be on the Kim Jacobs Show tomorrow. And we also have Vicki L. Evans, and she is a domestic violence survivor as well as a playwright and has written 4 books. You don't want to miss tomorrow's episode. Plus, we'll recap everything that's going on with gas shortage and you name it that's happening around the world right now, especially in certain states throughout the United States. So we're going to talk about some things that's been happening throughout this week on Freestyle Friday. Tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Don't forget, at 2 o'clock, we're going live with someone that's graduating from my 4-week masterclass, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, who's kicking off her own show, The Dr. Yolanda Jerry Show, this evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when she's kicking it off. But she'll be graduating at 2 p.m. right here on this platform that you're watching. So come back for her graduation. All right, Carrianne, you know how when you're on a show, you get one last thought and you're like, I cannot believe I'm closing out and I didn't say this point. What is that one point?
The one point I want to say is to continue parenting on purpose. If you need some help, come call me, contact me, email me. I'm here to help you so you don't have to go through those mistakes. And just say thank you. Thank you, Lady Jacobs, for being awesome and amazing. And thank you for paving the way. You're a pioneer woman. You're paving the way for the rest of us and teaching us in modern day. You know, the Oprah Show was the Oprah Show when it was the Oprah Show, but the Kim Jacobs Show is a totally, completely different show. She is here to teach you everything that you need to know if you want to create your own show. So I just want to say thank you for having me to be a part of your show. And thank you for allowing to share the gifts that God has given me to the world. Thank you.
Well, if y'all don't subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show after that, here's how you can do it. Just go right to our YouTube channel, subscribe, turn your notification bell to all, and you'll be right here in the studio audience virtually every Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Carrianne, for letting God work and minister through you and utilize your things that were tragic and tragedy has now turned into significant purpose to help so many other people. So thank you for being a willing vessel. I really appreciate it. All right, everyone, that's today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Kim Jacobs Show. And I'll see you again at 2:00 p.m. actually today, Eastern Standard Time. And I look forward to it, everybody. All right. Have a great day. And thank you, Carrianne. Stay backstage so I can talk to you a little bit more. All right.
Okay.
Everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a great one. Bye-bye, everybody. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.